back again, man. Y'all know who it is. Your boy Juan. I'm here for another exclusive interview, man. Y'all see who here we got on the screen, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Juan Robinson. Most by know me by Coach Blue from coaching Little League football here in Danville.
That's it.
That's my name. And that probably know me as a chicken wing man around town too. Along with this,
the 20-piece chicken
that
meal.
we ain't cashed in yet.
Not
Still
yet.
on deck.
Still sitting on it.
But peep this out though.
When we tell you it got realer, it got realer. What's that?
Crap. What?
What?
This is better than the black card. They said we just come in there and swipe chicken.
What?
We can just come in there and swipe.
We got a Lee's debit card.
We got a Lee's debit card, B.
I bet y'all didn't even know they made those.
What you know about that?
What? What? Yeah.
How many of y'all can go right now and swipe chicken?
Who can do that?
Who can do that?
Who?
And we can go swipe chicken.
Swipe it.
Swipe chicken. Huh? Did you hear me?
What? All them rappers be in their videos talking about black card this, black card that. We got a golden brown card. Because with this card, we can get all the golden brown fried chicken we want.
Swipe chicken, B.
Swipe it.
Who you know?
Hey, so what made you get into actually coaching Little League?
Truthfully, started coaching because a great friend of mine, Dejan Gerard, he had my son along with a group of kids that was playing together for a minute, and he had passed away, and Andreas Coleman was starting the Seahawks the same year that happened, and he called me and asked could I help him out, and I told him yeah. And honestly, I never wanted to. I wanted to coach Little League football, but I never wanted to coach my son, just on the strength of how people go and what I'm saying, that think you're showing favoritism or whatever. So I ain't never wanted to coach my son, but yeah, when Dejan had passed away, like I said, it's the same year that Andreas Coleman was starting the Seahawks, and I just felt like I owed it to him to keep going, to keep our group going, So that's how I started.
That's amazing right there. How many years has it been in total since that time?
Started 2016.
16?
2016.
So y'all,
yeah,
almost at the 10-year mark now.
That's it right here. Year 10.
Year 10. Season 10.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. So in this whole stretch, what do you say is one of the biggest obstacles you had to learn in like the growth part of this whole thing, since you've been there since the beginning of the organization?
As far as the organization itself, or just Little League football in general?
Yeah, both of you.
That it ain't easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, most people would be like, and now that I'm just not coaching, like I said, Coach Coleman, he put me in a higher position just because of his job in Indianapolis, that he can't be around like he wants to all the time. So I'm kind of like the person in charge when he's not around. And when you think of when I think of running a Little League football team, you just think it's nothing to it, but man, it's not easy. And as far as Little League, the hardest thing I would say is just trying to do what's best for these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I first started, I just wanted to prove I can win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Then after like 2 or 3, you start looking at kids when they get in the JV and varsity, they're not even playing football no more. Then they get to the high school, it's just, now they get into a whole lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? So I would say the hardest part is just collectively as a group, as a Little League football organization, if you in Danville, getting together to do what's right for the kids.
Facts. What do you think is stopping it from becoming that? in your opinion?
In my opinion, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody want to be, oh, well, I told y'all team, you know what I'm saying? That day that I told you so people, you feel me? And this goes back to, I think the year was 2012, like 2014, 2013. Edgar Davis, Denver Brigham, Troy Brigham. And I just remember listening to them talk about how Danville need to come collectively as one to do what's best for the kids instead of people making their money over here, and that's another thing I think. Once you got an organization, like you don't want to give it up so easy. You know what I mean? So back when the Ravens had tied in with the YMCA, they wanted to bring it in to be under one umbrella. You know what I mean? Which at the time, you had a couple of people that didn't want to do that because they didn't want to lose control. They felt like they was losing control of their organization money, which wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back at it, I wasn't involved in. I was just a parent. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back at it, I think that would have been the best thing to do, just because we could do more. You know what I mean? We could. Now you can put a feeder system in. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I think it's just the biggest thing is people don't want to let go of controlling the organization.
Controlling the organization, which is crazy in itself. I think that black people are scared to do business with black people.
And that too. You know what I mean? I feel that too. And
it's a risk. Any business is a risk.
Any business is a risk.
So, like, I mean, coming from Chicago, I see so many people that, like, if you're doing what I'm doing, we link together, we do it together.
Right.
Like, even though it seems like it's very separate, it's really not. Like, a lot of everything that's going on there is very chain linked.
Right.
So it's like, if you hang with them, oh, we like them, we hang with them, come on.
Right.
And you will feel like, with this being a smaller town, and the community that it has and always has had, everybody know everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of vibe. So you would think like it would be more of that quicker here.
Man, you know what? I always thought that way, but the older I get, man, the more I realize that like smaller towns, like Danville itself, like we take Danville, Decatur's of course bigger than Danville, but like the Danville, the Decatur's, the Champagnes, man, our towns are more divided than anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like big city, like like you say, it's too small for that. You know what I mean? And going back to Little League, I would just say that at the time when it was the Ravens, the Giants, the Bears, then of course you had the Saints, then the 49ers jumped in, you know, instead of coming together then to make a collective, we want to have 5 teams. Our town ain't big enough for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even now with just 3 teams, the Saints, the Chargers, the Seahawks, I feel like, because kids ain't playing football like they was no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody gonna get the lower end of the stick.
Yeah. These are facts. So you feel like it's not enough teams?
No, I feel like
too many teams.
It's too many teams.
Okay.
3 teams in Danville is too many, in my opinion. When it was 4, I was saying the same thing when it was 4. It's too many teams. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like it should be 2 teams. Okay, we have a team that represents the Champagne League. This is my opinion. Have a team to represent the Champagne League so kids have somewhere to play. And then we can have a traveling team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the stuff, I mean, these are things that I used to hear Denver Brigham talk about for the last 20 years, because he was coming from Texas and he was saying how football was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They breed it down.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like that could be best when we got people in order like Trent Sherfield, Justin March. You know what I mean? Now Devin Miles doing his thing, and when you have people like that and with resources, I feel like it can touch trickle down a little bit more if everybody was together. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying this for a minute. Like, for Danville to be a small town, y'all breed a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
And I don't think like sometimes people look at that and take that lightly because they from here, but low key that's not nothing to take lightly.
No, not at all.
Like,
not at all.
A lot of people have went pro from this small town, and that's hard to do in itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. I mean, just going to the next level. Period.
No, these are all
playing
facts.
college ball. You know what I mean? But let alone the pros.
Yeah, these are all facts.
Yeah,
these are all facts. So, like, for me looking at it, I'm like, it's been generation after generation after generation where somebody has made it to the mountaintop.
Right.
So that's saying that obviously there's some type of pedigree that's here in the town of Danville that's breeding it.
Right.
Because they're from here.
Right.
And they go into the same little leagues and the same everything else. But when they get to that cusp, and those same people are here. So I'm just like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it should be a tighter funnel to getting them there than what it kind of is.
I agree.
Because, of course, the kids that's outstanding is going to get there. But what about the kids that's kind of on that cusp that haven't hit, like, because Dub wasn't all that in high school, but then when he got to college, he was like that.
Right.
And I feel like Mike was the same thing, Mike Brigham.
Yeah.
Like, those athletes that really don't take off until or blossom until later on in their career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a short window for the athletes to still get into schools in these small towns where they might not get to play or they might not get seen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is like how I'm looking at the landscape of how players are recruited, the process of everything. Even talking with Coach Gerard, he was kind of saying the same thing. You have to have a certain mindset, a certain focus, a certain village around you.
Absolutely.
To kind of push that for you.
Absolutely.
So really what I'm getting at is like, I feel like that village is here, but it's not as strong as it really should be.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what you're saying, like the A-Dubs, the Brighams, the people you mentioned, it's just, that's a mindset. And I feel like it's a Danville mindset. Like, if somebody in Danville really want to do something, it's just, we get in our minds that we can do it. And I mean, that's anything with anything. You know what I mean? Like, you got a person like CL, all right, I'm going to start a line service, and now he booming. You know what I mean? Calvin White, Dogs, now I'm booming. You know what I mean? I think it's a Danville mindset. Once somebody get their focus on something, it's there for the taking. Now, with that being said, about the village, yes, and I always tell my son, everybody, you know, they say it takes a village, and I always try to put my son in situations with people that I know where the love is genuine. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, you're not finna try to post 100 statuses, him shooting jumpers with you and saying, you know, you're getting this kid ready for this and that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, people who love with, like, Keith Peoples. I ain't never heard Keith say, oh, he liked that because of me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, Juan Gerard, trainer, he liked that because of me. You know what I mean? Like, so, mindset, and yes, it takes a village, but everybody don't want to see you win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes back to what I say about the I told you so people. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I told you if you want, you know what I mean? Just like a person that thought it was a cool guy, right? Plugged me with a school for Diddy, right? There's a D1 JUCO. So Diddy signs with ICC. He makes a status. I could have swore we had them plugged with a D1, and everybody want to go D2. There's levels to this. I guess they ain't as good as we thought they was. And I'm like, you know, subliminal crap like that, just like, like, dude, like, for real, you know what I'm saying? But them the type of people stay away from. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we didn't take that route. Now we're gonna go this route, and we're still gonna make it happen. You feel me? So it's just your mindset. If you got your mind made up on something, then I don't think nobody can stop it.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. What I want to ask you this though: how is it balancing the little league plus, you know, Diddy trying to get him and supporting him and managing that and
Man,
home life
it's a great team, fam.
Yeah.
Like when I say Team Diddy, I just ain't saying that to be saying it. Like,
right.
it really got a good team. You know what I'm saying? He got a great mother. He got great grandparents. He got great sisters. He got great brothers, uncles, cousins. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus he's just an overall great kid. You know what I mean? So I never have to. Like, you know, as a father, you worry about your kids a lot because there's just so much BS in the world these days. You feel me? But like, I never have to worry about him. You know what I mean? Like, when he go, if I know you somewhere, like I said, I worry sometimes because it's a crazy world. But he's just a kid I never had to worry about. You know what I mean? So I used to, not used to. I try to focus when I'm coaching Little League is. Try to focus on that kid that you know ain't getting that type of love at home. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my opinion. I feel like every young man needs I ain't gonna say a father figure, but a male figure in his life. Mm-hmm. And I ain't trying to replace nobody. I ain't saying I'm the biggest role model, but I know how to love. I know where love come from. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from a good family, and it just ain't like it was when I was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mom and daddy's was in the house. Like most of these kids, daddy gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cousins and brothers out these streets. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it works itself out. It balances out good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to ask. But the reason why I'm asking these questions is for a person that's on the outside looking in. Like, I liked it what Coach Gerard was saying as well, was, you know, they see the glitz and the glamour of Friday night, but they don't see the work that's put into being this.
For sure.
So that's what I'm really looking to highlight a lot of the times when I'm interviewing a lot of the people that I'm going to be interviewing and asking these questions, is to see both sides of it. Like, we only see one side, but to see all sides of what it is that it's going to take to actually be that is what I feel like the youth need to start seeing more of.
Right.
Because a lot of the internet got them thinking, oh, I could just jump up here and be famous tomorrow, or just be a instant celebrity, and it don't work like that.
Right.
It's work that's put in that grants you access to have that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we're here today and we sitting and going through how we doing it. And I appreciate you having me too.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
So my next question to you is this: now that you've moved up, and like everything's on, the weight is on your shoulders now, and you can kind of see how everything is working. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to this upcoming season?
Number one, just getting football started. I love football, so that's number one, just getting it started. Secondly is just trying to convince the next group that, like what you just said, you get out what you put in. So they just about coming to practice for this hour and a half and being good on Sundays. Like, you know what I'm saying? How does the classroom? How you behaving? What's your home life like? You know what I mean? This is things me and Denver always preach to our kids. Like, you get a certain age, your mama shouldn't have to tell you to take out the garbage. Yeah. You know what I mean? You should clean, your room should be clean, your bed should be made. Yeah. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, yeah, man, just trying to show them that. I mean, like even this year, right? Shout out to Devin Miles too, up there at Central Michigan. I'm a really base on what you can become by using him this year. Like, you know, he been through some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, great high school career. You know what I'm saying? Then went to I believe it was a JUCO in Arizona, and people was like, oh man, he ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Then you go to a Division II or Division III, I can't remember, out in California, and you know, everywhere he went, he just kept working. He just kept working and kept working. So now the D1 dreams became reality. You know what I mean? So come September, he's going to be playing at the University of Illinois. Well, I mean, what's so ironic though is I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think he always wanted to play for Michigan State, right? Mm-hmm. And they played him the first game of the year this year. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like I'm gonna be using his story a lot this year, like just a kid, like, cause kids gotta be able to see something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So, like I said, a kid can't. Once you hit that 7th, 8th grade mark, I feel like you start, you know what I'm saying, you gotta figure out who your friends is. You know what I mean? If they over here BS and get away from that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you got this drive, then you gotta just keep going, man. Just keep working. Like you said, it ain't just what you doing during the game. You know what I mean? How much time you putting in outside of practice? You know what I mean? How much effort you give in the classroom? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, yeah, man, it's just trying to get the next generation to understand that you can be great. You ain't got to go this way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. I appreciate that. Now we're gonna have a word from our sponsors, man. Y'all keep it locked with us right here.
Good. Have a good day, bro.
Welcome to Bottom Dollar Discount, where you receive 50% off store prices on all household appliances, indoor-outdoor furniture, vanities, and everything you need and more, with a variety of tools up to 60% off. A valued customer service where you don't want to miss out on massive savings and less spendings on your favorite product made affordable for you. Open Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Conveniently located at 2409A Georgetown Road, Danville, Illinois, where the only thing better than a discount is the Bottom Dollar Discount.
Appreciate our sponsors, man, for the episode, and I'm back, man. Y'all see with Coach Blue. All right, so we're gonna get back into the interview. You very expressive on Facebook, as everybody know, but also you stand for anything that's Danville.
For sure.
I notice anytime anybody do anything, you showing love, you showing support. What's crazy to me is it's that easy to show love and show support, but everybody act like it's hard.
Yeah. It don't cost you nothing to post or repost anything somebody doing, man.
So, the last time we were in the interview, we seen that they had passed the law for the homeless people, and lately we saw that you shared on your Facebook that there are homes and shelters and beds for a certain amount of beds, though. But kind of what got you into that and wanting to, you know, step forward and be an advocate in that aspect?
It started last year after high school graduation. Before high school graduation. I was actually on my way to give my stepdaughter a card and flowers for graduation, and I ran into a young man that I've been knowing my whole life, and just a 5-minute conversation, I found out that he was homeless. You know what I mean? And that kind of that touched me, because he's a good kid. As far as I knew, he never got into no real trouble, and I just don't know where all went left for him at. You know what I'm saying? Just by that 5-minute conversation. But later down the road, just talking to him, I figured out, after his mom died, because him, it was basically just him and his mom. I mean, they had some family, but him and his mom basically his whole life. And after she died, he told me he did some things, and hurt a couple people that cared for him, and it was just a sad situation, man. So, it's nothing to think once you come out of a grocery store or somewhere just to get somebody some change that's asking for some change, but to really dive in on somebody having nowhere to go, it was crazy. So that's what got me started on it, just by knowing his story, and yeah, that's how it started, by somebody I knew.
Yeah, and then every good deed comes back to you tenfold.
For sure.
And then I've been seeing you do it for so hey man, come pull up, come get this, come get that, yada yada yada. And Not saying that you doing it for attention, because we know that you're not.
Right.
But I do feel like at times those things do deserve a spotlight, and you do deserve your flowers while you here for doing those things, because
Appreciate
they
it.
are needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not everybody has the heart to give.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for those that do, you feel me, you should reciprocate that energy to them individuals. You feel
Yeah,
me?
for sure.
So all of y'all that's watching this, make sure y'all send Blue some love, man. And the next time you passing something out, y'all donate some stuff.
Yeah,
All right? Because y'all know he gonna give it to the actual cause, not get the stuff and sell it. I got 1,000 Gatorades, $2 a Gatorade. No, but in closing, man, is there a message or anything you want to leave to the people, man?
I can't speak on the world, but I can speak for my city, man. Everybody that got a voice, man, and some power, we all need to come together and figure out something for these babies, man. Get them back liking each other again, you know what I mean? Trying to get them back. We're getting more and more each year. More kids are catching cases before they get high school diplomas. You know, it ain't got to be through sports. I just speak through sports because that's all I know. You know, I didn't go to school to try to be a doctor or a teacher or a lawyer, nothing like that. So, just anybody who cares, man, I feel like we need to come together and try to figure out something to get these kids through high school and on to a better life.
Amen to that, man. Well, I appreciate you having us on, man. Let the people know where they can follow you at.
I'm just on Facebook, Juan Robinson. Follow me on Facebook. You know, I tend to say a little crazy things from time to time, but you know, ain't nothing but something to get used to. You know, yeah, Juan Robinson on Facebook. That's it.
That's it right there. Keep it there, man. Y'all keep a lock with us right here, man. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Quan and Don. We checking out. Until next time. You dig.